Morning, Dr. Gary here on the road. We sell dental practices nationwide. We are dental practice brokers. I was a dentist for 25 years, and now we're doing the dental practice brokerage for 14 years. Today's topic is, why would a buyer of a dental practice pay 21% more than the valuation? We'll get into that. Now, as you know, we now have 10 employees. We're in 22 states. In fact, we just opened up Ohio, Alabama, Louisiana. I'm going to Ohio, I think, next week. I seeing some very large practices out there. This should be exciting. Now, also, we are fortunate that we have CPA accountants on staff too, marketing director and operations. So we have a whole team to help you. And we've been doing this 14 years now. We're now available for you 363 days a year. We take off Christmas and Easter. So you can get us virtually all the time from 8 a.m. till 9 p.m. every day. So please give us a call. I'd be happy to chat with you. Even if you just want some friendly advice, whatever, be happy to tell you about that. All right? Now, also, everything you're about to hear is for entertainment purposes. It's not legal or business advice. If you're thinking about working with a DSO or selling to a DSO and you have a larger practice, call us, because we work with them all the time. We're independent, but we will recommend some of the better ones. One of the large DSOs just now, for example, which is not public information, is having big trouble. Financially, they're having big trouble. We know this on the inside because their employees that they're letting go are going to the other DSOs looking for work and employment. So we hear things on the inside. You won't read about this. You won't see this. It's inside information. We get this info before it hits the public airways. So also the DSOs pay our commission most of the time. So when you work with us, in addition, when you work with us, we will get your legal fees reimbursed upon successful closing. So please give us a call. We can help you with that. We've done that many times before. So there'll be no legal fees based on some small criteria. There'll be there'll be a commission. So let's get into today's conversation. What we have here, why is a dentist, a buyer, going to pay 21% over the valuation of a dental practice? And this doctor knew what the valuation was, but he insisted, based on the request of the seller, that he's going to pay 21% over the value. So every time you hear about a purchase and who paid what, whatever, remember there's certain circumstances. Now this was a specific circumstance because the doctor had been working at the practice for a period of time. He knew everything about the practice. Everything. He was exposed to the practice. He worked in the practice. He worked there for a few years. He knew the staff. What he saw in the practice was the tremendous potential that he knew he could turn it around right away. But even in this circumstance, you wouldn't have to work at the practice. If you were smart and you analyzed the numbers, probably you could make the same decision as the doctor made. And what the doctor saw, the buyer saw, purchasing the dental practice, was all of the endo was going out. He particularly didn't like root canal. So all of the endo was going out and most of the oral surgery. This associate doctor did not enjoy doing either of those. Just wasn't proficient at it, just hated doing it. So rather than getting another associate, they would refer it out. He saw that potential of that going out. You're talking about 15, 20, 21%. I remember I had 3 practices. We averaged between 20 and 23% of our income was endo. I didn't like endo, but I had an associate that would do it. So we knew the numbers because we tracked everything. So he knew the numbers here. The other thing that this doctor knew was that they were not advertising. The office did not do any advertising or minimal advertising. He saw the growth potential there. No advertising, he knew he could improve that practice. So in essence, the doctor knew between marketing and advertising, keeping in-house the endo and oral surgery by getting another associate, he could increase the practice the first year with potential of 20-25% increase in gross collections, because he had the evidence, he had the documents, he knew exactly what to do. So overpaying, quote unquote, or paying higher than the valuation of 21%, yes, felt very well justified, because the doctor knew where the income was coming from. This wasn't just a hope and a dream. This was a fact-based data decision. He knew what he was getting into. So in the end, paid 21% over valuation. And for this doctor, it made sense. But if you were to do the cash flow analysis by your accountants, by your bankers and so forth, they'd say, oh no, it wasn't worth that. You're overpaying by 21%, but in essence wasn't. And there was within good reason they weren't paying that. It was because of data that the doctor was well aware of that could prove that he could do much better the first year, as far as 20 to 30% better in collections the first year. So took an, again, I guess you would took a somewhat of a chance, but a very solid chance. Especially when it comes time to referring out specialty procedures. The doctor knew exactly what to do. And I think he's going to be very successful. So when you hear information, when you hear a rumor, you have to back it up with what was the dynamics, what was the financials at that point, what was going on at that point in this situation to make this go to the next level. How did they do it? And for this doctor, it worked out. Anyway, so we have many videos going out. New information all the time. We hope to report for you from Ohio. I think I have 4 or 5 practices seen. We're driving out there really soon. Also Pittsburgh area. But Ohio, we have a couple practices to go see. We're excited about that. So we'll be adding that to our list really soon. Let me see what the sellers say. Now, the sellers also have had some other bidders. Some of them are DSO bidders because they're large, over $3 million. But we want to go in there and show them why we're different. We'll get their commission. There'll be no commission. Their legal fees will be reimbursed upon successful closing. And their probably will offer for them to take them on a cruise too. That's a new thing we're doing. So legal fees reimbursed, and also commission paid, and a cruise. We're trying to take all the DSO doctors, anybody over $1 million, take them on a cruise. We're kind of excited about that. All right, so hit the subscribe button, and great to see you. Bye now.